Well, howdy. Welcome here once again to the Double M Farm. Finally got sunshine, but it's so wet after 3 days of hard rain. Can't really get outside and do anything. So I thought we'd take a look at this other HUD GPS speedometer. If you saw the last video I did, I got the little small GPS speedometer for my Japanese mini truck, because I got tired of sitting there looking at the kilometers per hour and trying to figure out how fast I was going. I'm an old man. I don't like to have to think that much. So it worked so well. You can check out that other video on my channel. But it worked so well, I decided to get one for my old Land Cruiser, because the speedometer cable in that thing has been broke for years. And I don't know if you've ever fished a speedometer cable behind the dashboard and underneath a vehicle, but it's a pain in the you-know-what. So rather than try to replace it, I decided to go with another one of these. And I went with one a little bit larger for the Land Cruiser, since I do drive it on the highway more. And this is the HUD X0037W906T. Track digital GPS speedometer for all vehicles. Car easy to install. Just like the other one, only larger. The other one has speedometer, compass, and clock, but it's just one little small screen, and so if you're sitting still, it's on clock, and once you start moving, it goes to speedometer, so you can't see both clock and speedometer at the same time. This one has a larger screen, so I decided to go with it for the Land Cruiser. And let's see what's in the box here. We have the actual unit itself. We'll open that in a moment. Here's the USB cable. All of these things seem to work off the 5-volt charging system. And let's see, that's an empty box now. SynTrack, SinoTrack Amazon, SinoTrack, okay. Customer Service Center, email, phone number. Attention please, due to time zone differences, we will reply within 5 to 12 hours. Thank you for your kindly understanding. That's a customer service email and phone number. And there is a double-backed adhesive strip. That may be the only type of attachment. And then here's the manual showing how to use it. Yeah, just very much like the other one on the other video. You short press the button, you long press it to get to the different settings to adjust. The other one I didn't really have to adjust anything except the time. It was 1 hour off, because it picks up all of this off the satellite. So I'm not sure why it was an hour off, unless the satellite I'm getting here in the upstate of South Carolina is Central Time for some reason. But let's take a look at the unit. And there it is. Not bad. The other one was just a very short square. This one, set it upon my hand, is long. And there is no other mount, so the only mount that comes with it is this double adhesive tape. But I will say, if you watch the video on the other one, the mount was a suction cup mount. But when I had a real cold night, and the plastic inside the vehicle got cold, and the suction released, and would not suction back until the inside of the vehicle warmed up. It was very odd how when that plastic was cold, it wouldn't suction to it. But it also came with some round adhesives like this. It was circular, so I just put one of those on the suction cup and mounted it back to the dash on the little mini truck with that, and it worked great. It's holding fine, so I guess that's the way we'll do this one. We'll just put that right there and stick it right behind the steering wheel there in front of the dash, in front of the instrument cluster, and plug it in and see what it'll do. So let's go out there and see what this bad boy will do. Okay, well, it was just as simple as the other unit to install. Just a matter of, and I wanted to put it down here, but there wasn't enough area without hitting the glass in front of the speedometer cluster. So I just mounted it with that adhesive tape on the dash right above the steering wheel. I don't know why in the camera it flashes. Those lights are not flashing. But what we have is we have, well, there it quit. We have the time. We have a compass in the middle, which is blue, and it's not showing up real well on camera, but it is accurate so far. And then that's the speed. So unlike the other unit, this one I can see speed and time at the same time. Plus the compass is like a real compass instead of just letters. So you can actually see the direction. And once you start moving, it starts picking up the speed I'm doing. And again, I'm not going to make this very long because for some reason it keeps wanting to flash on camera when it's not actually flashing in real life. I don't know why the camera is picking it up at times as a flashing number. But I'm doing 21 miles an hour. And I think I'm going to like this. And I believe you can see, if I zoom in, yeah, you can see the compass there a good bit better. It's actually like reading a real compass. And seems to have good lights on it. I'm in bright sunshine at the moment, and it's showing up real well. So I'll assume that it will show up even better at night. And, oh yeah, that's real good. That's going to be nice. I always worried about driving this old Land Cruiser without a speedometer, because mechanically it's in real good shape. I can drive it about anywhere, but I was always a little nervous driving it without knowing exactly how fast I'm going. And a big heavy vehicle like this is hard sometimes to judge your speed. The RPM does work, so I can kind of judge my speed based on that, but still it's nice to know how fast you're going. And the clock is not accurate. It's a couple hours off. I've got to adjust it. And again, just like the other one, it's satellite fed, so I thought that the clock would be accurate based off, you know, what satellite it's getting signal from. But that doesn't seem to be the case, so I will have to adjust the clock. Very simple to do. There's a knob on the back up there that you mash it to enter the menu, and then you just turn it left or right to get to the proper menu setting that you want. And from there you can just keep mashing it to get the proper time. So it's very simple to do. And I'm sitting still now. Clock, yeah, I like this much better, really, having the ability to see the clock, the compass, and the speed all at the same time. That will be much better in a vehicle that is more like a daily driver. Don't really have to have that in Dumpy, the little mini truck. But again, these little satellite HUD speedometers seem to be the way to go if you want something very simple. All I did was plug it into the cigarette lighter adapter, power adapter, power whatever. Man, I'm so old I still call them cigarette lighters. I don't even know what they call them nowadays, but it's a typical 5-volt USB cord. Put an adapter in your cigarette lighter / power, whatever, plug it in. There's no wiring to do, no nothing to do. Just mount it and plug it in. So, once again, appreciate you visiting us here on the Double M Farm, and we'll talk to you again real soon.